What's going on, guys? We are back. We are your authors for Kinetic, the First Alliance. I am Greg here, Raymond.
I'm Magno.
Today we are going to talk about Magnokinesis and Ferrokinesis.
Forgot about that.
Yes.
What about metakinesis?
Do tell, what is metakinesis?
Isn't that control metals?
Not at all. Meta means metabolic, so it's controlling your body.
I said metal kinesis.
You did it. Moving on, so that's
wait, so tell me the difference between ferrokinesis and magnokinesis.
Well, magnokinesis is the ability to control and manipulate magnetic fields.
Get it?
Yes.
Get it?
Ferrokinesis is the ability to manipulate metals.
You getting that too?
Iron, steel, so on and so forth.
Aluminum, tin.
So they're two different things.
Zinc. It's my favorite one.
Can we name some magnokinetics?
You mean besides magnetism? I mean, yeah,
Magneto?
No, I was talking about polarity.
Oh, yeah. What was his name?
Vigorous.
Vigorous. Sometimes I forget the adjectives that we use.
Well, no, we changed his name from Vigorous to wait for the third book.
Oh, did you feel that? Shut it down. Who else? Who else would there be?
Magneto, obviously. Magneto's daughter. What was her name?
Polaris?
Polaris. What was her actual name? Guys, there, Mr. Comic Book.
Something Smirnoff? I don't know.
Something Smirnoff, ladies and gentlemen. Something Smirnoff. It's a family name. She was stuck with it.
Mm-hmm. And the obvious, they're also metal benders, whatever.
Metal benders, which are actually earth benders. They just got nasty at the game. Come on, there's gotta be someone else.
We will be here for the next 18 minutes trying to think of who's a magnokinetic. Well, we know, what about DC? Is there anyone we can think of in DC, Detective Comics, who is a magnokinetic?
No.
Nope. No one. Guys, we will come back to you. We'll get back to you.
If you know someone, leave a comment.
Yeah, if we miss anybody, drop us a line and we'll let you. So, the strengths, obviously, you can control metal and magnetic fields. You can, anything that has any kind of alloy, you can do flippies and all kinds of stuff with.
You can actually, melt it at will, because apparently you can do that. Magneto used to do it all the time. He just melt everything, just reform it to whatever you want.
Talking about the old cartoon show where you would do it?
I'm talking about
the 1980s X-Men.
Even that one Wolverine and the X-Men, when Wolverine was like on the I think it was the asteroid or something like that.
Right.
Can we just talk about Asteroid M for a second? Like, how did Magneto hijack an asteroid, build a facility on it, and like produced air? How did that happen without any funding?
It's Magneto. That's why.
Control metals. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
And he can control the asteroid, can he?
Well, if it's metal, yeah.
Yeah,
it's probably iron ore, that whole thing.
And he just controls the whole asteroid. He just.
It is a sick, nasty power, guys. And in the second book, which you do have to pick up, we have someone who controls that ability, and it's not like we forgot about him. Yeah, I'm just letting them know we didn't forget about that character. He's in the second book.
He's quintessential.
Yes, he does make an appearance quite a bit. So pick up the book. Weaknesses.
Weaknesses, if you are in the ocean. Not much, unless you're gonna pick up the Titanic or whatever.
Wasn't it you who was telling me about the ocean floor?
But that's like dirt and stuff.
I mean, the closer you get to the Earth's core and mantle and all this other stuff, there's apparently a lot of metal down there. But if you're
middle of the woods.
Middle of the woods.
If it's on like a mountain, there's iron in the mountain.
If you're if you're on a spaceship, you're probably good to go. But if you're just floating,
but are you though?
I don't know.
Are you? Because you don't want to mess with the metal on the spaceship. God forbid you pull something you don't want to pull. Next thing you know, you're in a vacuum. Next thing you know, you're getting sucked out of the tiny little dime-sized hole.
If it was something not important, like the hoses, is anyone on the hoses?
Metal hoses.
They could have metal hoses.
Maybe the clamps, little metal clamps on the hoses, melt it down, make little bullets.
The nozzle head.
Just melt it down, make little bullets, because you could do that.
We're getting on topic. So, not a lot of weaknesses to metal. It's very strong, but if
what about Pokemon? There's metal type Pokemon.
There are absolutely metal type Pokemon.
And what is it? Water?
That's weak or strong against metal.
Fire melts metal, so that would be pretty weak. You know,
You could absolutely.
if you're fighting a pyrokinetic and you throw some metal at him and he's just like flame on and just burns the whole thing and melts it, and then what are you gonna do? Not much. But, or if you're fighting electrokinetic and he does the reverse polarity to what you're going magnetism with and just shuts down.
Can I count T1000 as a magnokinetic?
Yes, you can.
Or a ferrokinetic?
You're talking about the
Terminator.
the cop one, right?
Yeah,
like this.
I'm counting him as a ferrokinetic.
You know what? Were you just thinking about ferrokinetics the whole time?
I'm like, who the hell?
I count it. I'll allow it.
Yes.
Good job, Greg. Good one.
Only
That's
one.
That's 2-0, by the way. No, it's 2-1. It's 2-1.
It's the only one I'm gonna be able to think of. I'm just thinking like he's like liquid metal. All right. What would you do?
Build a fortress.
Yeah.
Like if I could just be like and put like spikes and everything everywhere, because I can do that. What would you do?
You know, I probably wouldn't want magnokinesis. It finally happened.
What about
asking.
making like a sick nasty armor and then like go into like medieval?
It just feels so heavy.
If you make it out of aluminum, you don't have to do that.
If it's aluminum, it's
You
not
would be
much
the
of
best
armor.
cosplayer ever.
Oh yeah.
You can just mold whatever metal you want to your body.
Mini horses and stuff, and mini sculptures.
Sell, you can make a killing in the knick-knack community. I just stumbled across that word like I destroyed.
That's right.
Movie.
You think I could sell them at Paddywhack?
Knick-knack, paddywhack, you think I'd catch that?
Guys, so that's what we would do with magnokinesis. And is there anything else? I mean, I think that covers the gist of
You
it.
control metal and or magnetisms.
That's right. That's right. So stay tuned next time. We'll bring you another power. And as always, thanks for watching. I'm Gregor here.
And I'm Last Match.
See ya.